Hey, are you a rule breaker like I am? Today I'm going to talk about style rules that I break. Hey, this is Netta. Welcome to my channel. I help women over 40 have fun with fashion and feel confident in their style. So today I'm going to talk about a topic that I get asked about a lot, because one of the things that we cover when we're talking about style, and we're talking about making the most of what God has given us in terms of our, coloring and our body and all of those things, is we talk about rules or guidelines or strategies for dressing our best, right? So we talk about how to wear colors that really look our best, make us look our best, how to wear silhouettes that really bring out our beauty. And all of these strategies can really come across as heavy-handed at some point. Like, we all kind of get tired of hearing what we are told to wear and what we're told not to wear. But I really firmly believe that once we know the rules for our body type or the rules for our coloring, then we can start breaking them in a very strategic and intentional way. So it's not about sticking to the rules all of the time. But once you really figure out what works for you within the guidelines that, I share for your body and for your coloring, then you can really start making choices about which of those strategies you're going to adopt and adapt on a daily basis in your wardrobe, and which you might kind of veer to the left or veer to the right on a little bit. So there are no real rules when it comes to style. These are strategies, they're techniques, they're tools that you can use selectively and when you want to use them. So I am not ever going to say that this person can't wear this and this person can't wear that, because there's so many factors beyond what we all see, including, preferences, what we're passionate about, what we like and dislike, lifestyle, budget, and there are always so many factors to take into account, right? So I really started using the body type techniques and strategies that I talk about and the color tools that I talk about kind of reluctantly, because I love fashion. I love all fashion, and I didn't ever want to feel pigeonholed or like I was forced to just stay in one box and I could only wear one specific type of neckline or one specific type of pant silhouette or one specific color palette. As I've gotten older, I have come to embrace some of those strategies more and more, because I see what a difference they make when I look in the mirror. I know that the right silhouettes really make me feel and look my best. So that's become a lot easier for me to stay in my lane when it comes to body type flattery. I know that certain colors and seeing myself in pictures in certain colors are really going to bring out my best more than other colors. So it's encouraged me to kind of stay in that area when it comes to colors. But there are many areas of my life where I really kind of break some rules, and definitely break some old rules and make up some rules of my own. And I would encourage you to do the same, because that's a hallmark of personal style, right? How we do things, the way that we do things, and the way that we show up, and the way that we pull things together, that's a sign of our personal style. And that's something that can't be taught. You can't learn it from me. It really is intrinsic to who you are. And if you allow yourself to express yourself through your personal style, then you're going to find that you feel so much more authentic every single day. And that really leads to confidence. So now that I'm off of my soapbox, I want to talk about the style rules that I break. So one of the first style rules that I break, and I'm sure you've spotted this on many occasions, is wearing my hair wet. So as you guys know, I have a lot of hair. I have very, very curly, very thick hair, and my hair looks a lot better, and the curl lasts longer, and it looks shinier, and it does all of the things I want it to do if I don't diffuse it. Also, frankly, I don't have the time, and I'm a little lazy. I'm sure there's probably, because I'm sure I'm going to hear about this, there's probably diffusing techniques for curly hair that would work really well for my hair. I just choose to let my hair air dry because I like the results and the convenience of letting my hair dry. That means that a lot of times when I'm out and about, you will see me with wet hair. And that's always one of the rules that people say, don't go out with wet hair, don't go out with wet hair. I go out with wet hair all the time. It just works for me, works for my hair, works for my lifestyle. And at least people know it's clean. It always smells good. And, I don't have a problem with anyone going out with wet hair. Curly hair, I think, is also a little different in that, our lives as curly haired people are kind of run by our hair a little bit. Like if I can't let my hair dry the way that I need it to, and my hair really does take 24 hours to dry, then I'm not going to ever have my hair looking the way I want it to look. And I'm just not willing to forego having cute hair just so that I can dry it at home and everybody can be happy with me not going out with my hair wet. So that's the first style rule that I break. The second one I would say is, people always say less is more. There's always the rule of take off one accessory before you leave the house. I don't agree with that. I'm a little bit of a maximalist, and I like wearing a lot of accessories sometimes, and I like wearing too many accessories at one time, or wearing dramatic accessories. This is not for everybody. Again, this is a matter of personal style. I'm going to do a minimalist versus maximalist video so I can kind of show you how your approach to style can translate into an outfit. But, I know that most people are not going to wear earrings like this. They're a little over the top for some people. For me, they're perfect. So really being a maximalist when it comes to accessories, really liking to pile things on sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I just want to wear the most dramatic, the most funky, the most out there accessories because that really feels like me, and it's really an extension of my personal style, which is a little unexpected, quirky, colorful. So if that's not your personal style, then maybe your personal style is to wear what some people would consider too few accessories. I would say that everybody needs some accessories, but you might be more of a minimalist when it comes to accessories. So there are no real rules in that area. It's really more of a matter of your personal style and your preference. Okay, the next rule is that I break all the time is wearing navy and black together and wearing brown and black together. So one of my favorite outfits back in the day, a couple years ago, I was wearing, and actually that dress fell apart, I want to replace it, but I wore this Atta belt that was a brown wrap belt with a black dress. And then I wore brown leather boots, like knee-high boots. So that was one of my favorite looks for a really long time. And every time I wore it, I got so many compliments. Now, there was quite a difference between the black and the more medium to light brown I was wearing. But you could do this with a medium brown. You could even do it with a darker brown. So the rules are old when it comes to mixing brown and black and mixing navy and black. This is funny, but a couple weeks ago, my sister texted me a picture of my niece, and she was wearing a navy and black outfit. And she said, "What do you think? Do you see anything wrong with this picture?" And I knew what she was talking about because I know that that's not the classic approach to wearing those two colors together. But I texted her right back and I was like, "She looks amazing. That is totally okay to do now. Navy and black is a thing and you can wear them together." So I think it's really about making sure that it looks obvious and intentional, and that you didn't think that you were wearing a black cardigan and really you were wearing a navy cardigan. It just has to look like you did it on purpose. But I really like mixing unexpected colors together. One of my very favorite color combinations is red and pink. Love that color combination. Pink and green is another classic color combination that people used to say, "Oh, that's not going to work." But it really does. Red and orange. There's a lot of color blocking in style right now. And I really like putting two colors that either contrast, or in the case of navy and black and brown and black, are maybe a little bit too close for comfort. I think it's an unexpected and fresh look. So that's another style rule that I break. I want to know what you think about that rule, because that's a controversial one. Another style rule that I break is shopping at young stores. So I find myself in a lot of teenage kind of stores with my daughter, and sometimes just because I'm looking for something fun and trendy that's very reasonably priced. So stores like Forever 21, Abercrombie, Hollister, Aeropostale, PacSun, any of those kind of teenage type stores. Now, I will say that we have to shop strategically and carefully when we shop at those stores, but they can be a really great and inexpensive place to get basics like tees and tanks and even jeans if they fit you, if they're a more basic style jean and not something uber trendy or uber young. You can totally get those at those trend stores. But I really like to go there for accessories. I like to go there for, like Forever 21 for the occasional trendy top, something that's fun and different that I probably would not want to spend like a department store price on, but I want to try something different and see how it works for me. So young stores and trend stores can really be a good place to try on a trend before you commit to it. If it's going to stick around for a while, if it's something that you try and you're like, oh my goodness, I totally love this, this is so me, then you can always upgrade to a more expensive version. But I can find something I like anywhere in the world. Like I have no problem. I can go into any store and shop for something that I like. So, and find something that I like. So I don't believe that there are any stores really that are off limits. If you know what you're looking for, if you have a strong sense of your own style, you can find great pieces everywhere. Okay, being too trendy is another style rule that I break. And everyone says, you need all the basics and you need all the essentials, and yes, and yes, and yes. I came to that late in life, that realization when I realized that my wardrobe didn't have the versatility that I wanted. But I still have, trendy is a big part of my personal style. I really like things that are fresh and new and fun. And I like to mix it up. My eye adjusts very quickly and easily to new looks. So I like to try new things, and I like to try them earlier in the trend cycle. Not everything. Never adopted a mom jean. I just still can't wrap my brain around mom jeans or dad sneakers. Those are trends I'm never going to try. But when a trend really appeals to me and it's in line with my personal style and my lifestyle and it's age appropriate-ish, then I will totally embrace a trend. And I know, like I said, we hear a lot about, not wearing so many trends as we get older. I think really the opposite is true. If you can find trends that work for your lifestyle, for your age, for your body type, that check all of the boxes, it's more and more important as we get older to stay relevant and to stay current with our style and to stay a little bit trendy, because it keeps our look from ever being stuffy, dated, frumpy, too mature, all of the things we're trying to avoid, right? So obviously you can go to the other extreme where it looks a little over the top, it looks a little ridiculous, it looks like you're trying too hard, all of those things, and we don't want that. So my rule of thumb with trends is, first of all, make sure it suits you. Make sure it suits you. Mom jeans and dad sneakers don't suit me for a variety of reasons, but make sure it flatters you, looks beautiful on you. So that's the first rule of thumb. The second rule of thumb is one trendy piece per outfit is generally enough. Maybe two. So if you're going to wear a trendy top, then maybe you wear it with your normal skinny jeans or your normal black pants or whatever. So 1 to 2 pieces that are trendy per outfit is sufficient if you want to try to get that balance between looking updated but not looking like over the top or like you're trying super, super hard, because we're all always walking that fine line, right? Okay. Wearing my hair too long. You knew there was going to be another hair thing on this list because I'm definitely a rule breaker when it comes to hair. So not only do I wear my hair out and about wet, but I also wear it a lot longer than a lot of people think is appropriate for someone who's 50. So I don't really abide by those rules. I really think it's such an individual thing. I know that my hair is more manageable at a longer length, and my feminine style and my just style personality, long hair just feels so much more true to who I am. I have 2 options with my hair. I can either be really long like it is, or it can be really short. Anything in between is a disaster in the Florida climate unless I want like bozo hair. So for those of you who don't remember Bozo the Clown, totally dating myself, but like crazy triangle hair. So if I don't want that, I need to wear my hair longer, and I just love it long. So that is definitely something that a lot of people are like, oh, after a certain age, you should cut your hair. And if I get to the point where I find that a different length is more flattering to my face, if I feel like long hair really starts pulling me down, then I'll make that choice. But I don't think we need to make that choice prematurely just because we hit a certain birthday. So wearing my hair too long is another style rule that I break. Wearing white after Labor Day. Okay, I will say that this initially started because I lived in Florida, and it's now it's towards the end of October and it is 85, 90 degrees every day here. So it just feels really weird to be putting away all your summer clothes just because you've, hit a specific date on the calendar. It still feels really summery. That said, I don't think there is anything wrong with wearing any white. And I'm not just talking about that you can only wear winter white after Labor Day. I think you can wear any white after Labor Day. I love white in the winter. I think it's so unexpected and fresh and happy and cheerful. And let's face it, who doesn't need more color? I don't know why we go more away from color in fall and winter when we need it the most. In a lot of places, it becomes grayer and darker and drearier. And who doesn't need the boost that comes from seeing something light and bright? So I love white jeans in the winter. I love white on white. I love white coats. I love white sweaters. And like I said, not just off-white or winter white. I like bright white in the winter. I think it's a beautiful look. So depending on the white that really goes with your coloring, you can choose white all year long if you love it and if it's part of your color palette and you enjoy wearing it. So I wear white all year long, and I encourage you to do that because it's a mood booster and it's just a great light neutral to have in your wardrobe, white or off-white or, cream, depending on your coloring. Okay, mixing metals. You'll see me do this a lot. I have a moto jacket that's got a lot of silver on it, but I will often wear it with gold accessories. I will wear gold and silver together whenever I feel like it. I've always liked mixing metals. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Like right now, I've got gold and gold. And it really, to me, just depends on the look. And I like to be creative, and I like to be able to mix it up when I want to. So if you are uncomfortable with mixing metals, if you have always shied away from mixing metals and just kind of want to ease into it, then buy an accessory that has both metals in it. A bracelet or a pair of earrings. I saw a really cool pair of hoop earrings where half the hoop was silver and half the hoop was gold. You can do a watch. That's been a big thing with watches for a very long time. You can do a watch with silver and gold on it, so it'll go with all of your metals, but find a piece that will tie the silver and the gold, the cool tones and the warm tones together in your accessories, and mix metals with abandon. I will say that this is a little bit of a funkier look. So if you're going for a more classic look, you may want to stay with the same metal. If you're trying to look very upscale and very polished, you might want to stay with the same metal. If you're trying to look fun, funky, contemporary, a little trendy, you can mix metals. So that's a personal choice, and I don't think it's a style rule that we have to absolutely stick to. Okay, that is it. Those are all the style rules off the top of my head that I break. I know that there are probably plenty of others that you guys could point out. Right off the top of my head, I know that sometimes my skirts and shorts are shorter than other people would feel comfortable with. That said, I'm petite and I'm comfortable with my legs. I like the way my legs look. They're one of my happy places in my body. What did they say about the legs being the last to go? So I will sometimes go a little shorter there, and then I'll cover in another area. So another style rule that just jumped out at me that I kind of break. But what are the style rules that you break? And are you a rule follower? Are you a rule breaker? I want to make sure that when we talk about these strategies, like I said, for body, for color, for building a wardrobe, that you don't look at them as the 10 commandments, that you realize that these are tools that I'm sharing with you that I hope will help you look and feel your best, and you can take them and make them your own. So I will never be that person who's like, oh, you've got that body type and you're wearing the wrong neckline, or, oh, you've got, because if it works for you and if it's beautiful on you, my goal is to help you have the tools that you need to make those choices for yourself. So I'd love to hear your style rules that you break. I'd love to hear which of my style rules you would never break and which maybe you do break, and what you think of the ones that I shared today. As always, I'm so thankful that you watch my videos, that you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I upload new videos every Tuesday and every Friday. Let me know what you think in the comments, and what you want to see in a future video, because I get my best ideas from you guys. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.